In this episode, we talk about the demand for the demolition of a mosque in Sanjauli, Shimla. We also talk about CM Arvind Kejriwal announcing his resignation. But first, we talk about the talks between the junior doctors and CM Mamata Banerjee in the Arjikar rape and murder case. Hi, I am Niharika Nanda, and you are listening to Three Things, the Indian Express news show. The 9th August case of a female junior doctor being raped and murdered at Kolkata's Arjikar Medical College and Hospital left the entire country shocked and enraged. The incident has led to massive protests in Kolkata and across the country. Junior doctors and members of the medical fraternity are demanding for justice and a safe working environment. As a part of the protests, the junior doctors went on a cease of work. After days of back and forth, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee invited protesting junior doctors for a meeting on the evening of 14th September. To understand what happened post this invite, we have Indian Express's Atri Mitra joining us. Atri, can you tell us, over the period of the last 1 month, what have been the demands of the junior doctors?
Their first and primary demand is the justice. After the rape and murder case, what happened on August 9 in Arjikar Medical College and Hospital, that is the prime demand, the justice. Second is the security. They want proper security in the hospital premises so that these things never happen again. Third, proper restroom, washroom, and other system in the hospital for the doctors, working doctors and junior doctors and undergraduate student doctors. So these are the main things they want, basically.
And can you give us a brief timeline of the communication or the attempts of communication made between the junior doctors and the Chief Minister?
Yeah, basically, they are agitating and protesting for the justice for more than 1 month. And before 1 month, never government approached them for talk. Last week, first time, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee approached them, basically through Chief Secretary Manoj Pant, approached them for the dialogue process. And they answered them that they only want to talk with Chief Minister and the dialogue process should be live streaming, at least videography, and they should have that videography for their record. That is the thing. Earlier, when they started the agitation, 2 times Health Secretary already met with them. Couple of times they met with Health Secretary and they had a meeting, and according to Health Secretary, they all agreed with the demand of junior doctors and they already implemented what they basically demanded to Health Secretary. During this time, no administration was approached to junior doctor for the dialogue. Last week, first time, Chief Secretary approached to them. Then last Thursday, they went to Navanno, the headquarters of the state secretariat. They went there. Government said 15 members can be allowed. They went 30 members. Okay, government agreed to talk with 30 representatives of the junior doctors, but government did not agree with the demand of junior doctor that the dialogue and the meeting should be live streamed. And junior doctor also stands on their demand. Live streaming should be there. And then meeting failed. They went back to their agitation point in front of Sastha Bhavan, Salt Lake of Kolkata.
Right. And from what we know, very recently, CM Mamata Banerjee also went to the protest site and met with the junior doctors. So what happened then?
Last Saturday, around 11 a.m., Chief Minister herself went to the agitation point, to the protest point of the junior doctors. She talked with junior doctors with a hand mic and approached them that don't drench in the rain. I'm very much worried about your physique and health. So please come with me to talk. I am ready to accept all your demand, but I cannot take decision immediately because I have a system. I have Chief Secretary, Home Secretary, and DGP, DG of West Bengal Police. So you give me your demands. I'm assuring you that I will fulfill your demand. That was the CM's approach. And junior doctor also overwhelmed, and they said, thanks, the chief minister herself came over here. We are ready to talk with, but we can talk anywhere, but with a transparency. Then again, junior doctor emailed government that we are ready to talk immediately with chief minister, and meeting can be held anywhere, but we only talk with chief minister with transparency.
Right. And talking about this invitation that was extended by Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee towards the junior doctors for an interaction, how did the junior doctors respond and what happened post this invitation?
They were invited at the CM residence at Kalighat of South Kolkata. They went there around 6:30 p.m. And again, government approached that 15 members can be allowed. They went 30 in number. Government agreed to allow 30 members. Then they again approached for live streaming. Chief Secretary, DGP, Home Secretary, and MOS Health, Minister of State Health Chandrima Bhattacharya, accompanying there with Chief Minister. Chief Secretary said live streaming system is not there in CM resident. Then junior doctor approached to government. At least they have two videographer. At least government can allow to videography. Both of the party will videograph the meeting, and they have the document, video recording of the meeting. Government also turned down that condition also. Government said that we cannot allow your videographer. Then junior doctor approached to government. You videograph, we have no problem. But just after the meeting, share the whole videography of the meeting. That also condition government turned down. CM Chief Minister came out from the residence. He gave a proposal that the minutes will be written in the meeting, and then after the meeting, one member of your part and one member from our part will sign the minutes, and that will be shared with you. Junior doctor said we have to consult within us, and we will get back to you.
And did the meeting finally happen?
After 10 to 15 minutes, when they approached CM residence, that we are agreed with the CM proposal, then Chandrima Bhattacharya and Chief Secretary came out and said, it's too late. We are waited for 3 hours and the meeting can't be held right now. We will see in future. And that basically the meeting failed and junior doctor went back to the protest site at Shastro Bhavan.
Right. And between clashes with the junior doctors and the backlash that the Kolkata government has been receiving with regards to this case, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee also talked about resigning from her post. So, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Basically, when Thursday, when meeting failed, junior doctor came back to the protest site. The chief minister was furious. Then chief minister said, "This is very insulting to me," and she hunched that this is not the decision of junior doctors. She said some of the junior doctors was ready to talk with her, but some of the junior doctors who are getting command from outside, they basically forced to postpone the meeting. And then chief minister said they don't want justice. They want my chair. And I have no problem for the sake of people. If they want that I should resign, I can resign. I have no problem for the sake of the people. That was the CM version on Thursday evening. And when Saturday morning CM went to the junior doctors protesting venue, there CM said that I came here not as a chief minister. I came here as your Didi, as your elder sister, and approaching you, don't continue this process like this, and came to us and hold the meeting. So that time, roar came from the junior doctors. Some of them questioned chief minister that you are not the chief minister, you already resigned. Then chief minister said, no, I am chief minister, but here I came as your elder sister. I am chief minister. I also belongs to a political party which name is Trinamool Congress. But here I came not with that identity. I came here just as a elder sister of you. That is the approach of Chief Minister, basically.
Right. And Atri, a Supreme Court hearing is about to take place in the coming week with regards to this case. How do we see all of this panning out as far as that hearing is concerned?
Last time when Supreme Court hearing was going on, Supreme Court requested junior doctors to withdraw their protest and withdraw their cease work and should join in the work. And next Tuesday, there is another scheduled hearing of Supreme Court in the Chief Justice bench. So government want to show the Supreme Court when government will go in the hearing on Tuesday, government will say we have tried everything to end the protest of junior doctor. We were ready to accept their demand. We went up to any extent to junior doctor. We bent down to any extent to junior doctor so that they come with us and they stop their cease work. On the other hand, junior doctor also trying to show that we are very liberal, we are very flexible, and we are also trying to accept all the demands of the government. We are ready to hold a meeting anywhere where government said, but we are only want transparency because we have a fear that the conversation will be held in the meeting that in future will be distorted and not positively briefed. So both of the sides is doing their ego fighting and preparing what they will say at the Supreme Court.
Right. And talking about the junior doctors, do they have any plans of ending their cease of work? Do we have any information regarding that?
Basically, they also want to end the cease work now. They are also want to find some exit route. So it can be happen that Supreme Court will order them on Tuesday to end the cease work. The development that CBI already arrested former principal of Arjikar Medical College, Sandeep Ghosh, and former officer in charge of Tala PS, Avijit Mondol. From the very first day, junior doctor was alleging that a greater conspiracy was there and many professor principal himself and part of the police force were involved in the tampering of the evidence and also the rape and the murder. So if CBI already arrested Sandeep Ghosh and OC in the rape and murder case, and in next couple of days or 3-4 days, if CBI will arrest 3-4 guys, then also junior doctor can say that we are thinking that we are getting justice, so we can now withdraw our cease work and will join our daily work if government take proper step to our security and other demands of us, then we will do our daily work. If not, then we will again sit for those demands.
And next, we talk about protests in Shimla. On 5th September, hundreds of people staged a protest at the Chaura Maidan in Shimla demanding the demolition of a mosque in Sanjauli, which they claimed was constructed illegally. The protesters allegedly gathered on the call of Dev Bhumi Kshatriya Sangathan and Hindu Jagran Manch and raised slogans. They alleged that outsiders were being given shelter in the mosque. While the matter was being investigated, another protest broke out at Sanjauli on 11th September, where protesters clashed with the security personnel. To understand the situation in Sanjauli and what led to these protests, we have Indian Express's Saurabh Parashar joining us. Saurabh, can you tell us what happened in Shimla that led to these sudden protests?
Niharika, the incident in the backdrop of these all protests, which once take a shape of the communal tension in this hilly town and the state capital of Himachal Pradesh, Shimla. It was a minor assault incident between the members of two different communities. One of the members was from the majority community and another was from the minority community. As per the police record and the statements of the state administrative officers, that is, assault broke out between the two people in the night of last week. So, what happened exactly? Six people from the minority community, they thrashed three people from the majority community over a pretty minor dispute. Like the victim party is alleging that the one of the suspects, he was using abusive languages against some passerby, and when they raised objection, they attacked him with iron rods and other blunt weapons. So the three people who were injured, they were rushed to the hospital, and following after the legal proceedings, FIR was registered. Police rushed on the spot and arrested six of the assailants on the very next day. What triggered this tension was it believes that assailants, after thrashing three people, they took a shelter in a nearby mosque, which is situated in Sanjauli. And the assault took place around 8 kilometers away from the place where this mosque located.
Right. And what happened when people started gathering and started protesting?
So when this incident took place, this assault, and people came to know, and they had started claiming that assailants had taken shelter in that particular part of the mosque, which is under litigation and which is illegal. So there were already widespread protests, which was later on joined by many Hindu right-wing organizations. So now the people then maximum from these Hindu right groups and from the majority community, they started demanding that this mosque, which is already in the litigation, the mosque stands on the property of Himachal Waqf Board, but the structure at 3 stories, the mosque committee had constructed without obtaining any permission from the concerning authority. And now the people are very angry. First, this mosque's that extension, it is illegal, and second, some of the assailants had taken shelter in this mosque. The claim, which is not being accepted by still the local police, but it is a beliefs, which is being spread by the majority community and the victims, that the assailants, after thrashing him, they had taken shelter in the mosque, and the next day they surrendered before the police. So in the backdrop of all this tension, these two reasons, primary reasons, are behind this.
And what demands were made by these protesters?
Now this incident has become a insider versus outsiders. Now there are 2 3 demands of the protesters. What they are saying now: first, they are seeking the strict registration and verification of people who are coming from other states to earn their livelihood in Himachal Pradesh, particularly in the state capital Shimla, because 6 of the assailants who were arrested by the Shimla police, they are from Muzaffarpur district in UP. They are all migrant workers, who came here to earn their livelihood. They started doing their barber shops in the Chamiana. There is a place, Chamiana, in Shimla, jahan ye incident hua. And now the protesters are claiming, and the local resident welfare associations and the market welfare associations, they have claiming that there is no proper verification and no proper registration of these migrant workers who are coming from other states to Himachal Pradesh. And what is the major concern in this thing? That political leadership of the Himachal Pradesh across of the party line, they have also accepted, they are agreeing on this demand of the people, that there is a strict need of the registration and a strict need of the check.
And can you talk a little bit more about the mosque in question? When was it built and why has it become such a huge issue?
Niharika, first of all, this mosque, the land, where does this mosque stands? It is a registered land of Himachal Pradesh Waqf Board. Now, what is the problem? Problem is that Waqf Board never construct any religious structure. Waqf Board of across the India, it authorized a local committee to construct a religious shrine and to run any other activities on the land of Waqf Board. So Himachal Pradesh Waqf Board authorized a local Muslim welfare committee to run the mosque. And one single story mosque is a registered property on this land. It is valid. But now what the investigations are suggesting, where this Muslim welfare committee, which is running the mosque, where did wrong was that without obtaining all the required permissions from the local a municipal corporation, and town and country planning department. They extended this mosque on the 3 stories. They constructed 3 more stories on the already existing mosque, which is prima facie illegal, and a litigation is already going on in the court of Municipal Corporation Commissioner Shimla.
Right. And Saurabh, on 11th September, the protest also led to violence, where the police had to resort to lathi charge and the use of water cannons to disperse the entire crowd. So, were there any people who were injured in this entire process, and have any casualties been reported?
It was very unfortunate, Niharika, on the September 11th, when this Hindu right wing had given a call of the protest at Sanjauli. A major clashes were broke out between the protesters and the police personnel, and at least 10 people got injured. 10 people, they were included 6 police personnel, included 2 women cops, and 4 civilians. And most of these civilians, they were from the different political parties, including BJP, who were injured in this clash. And after the month of this protest, at least 8 FIRs were registered, and 50 suspects, which who were involved directly and indirectly in this violence, they were named and nominated in the FIR by the Shimla police. And raids are on to nab them. This right-wing organization, Vishwa Hindu Parishad, it has offered free legal aid for the people who were named accused in this 8 FIR by Shimla police for holding a protest and violence in Sanjauli.
Right. And what did the police had to say regarding this whole situation?
Niharika, so far, the Himachal Pradesh police, according to the DGP, Dr. Atul Verma, this Himachal police is considering this dispute as a local dispute. Neither it is a communal dispute, neither it is a national dispute. It is a local dispute, which was, surfaced after an assault incident between the members of 2 different communities. Second, so far, as per the investigation, the Shimla police have registered at least 8 FIR, and they named 40 to 50 people, prime suspects in these FIR. According to SP, Superintendent of Police Shimla, Sanjeev Gandhi, most of the suspects, they belongs to right-wing organization, including Vishwa Hindu Parishad, a political party, Bharatiya Janata Party, and some local groups, including civil society, Sanjauli groups, who had participated in this protest. No arrests so far. Raids are on to nab them. And many of the suspects, they were from neighboring districts, including Solan and Sirmaur.
Right. And now, after all of this, what has the Muslim Welfare Committee said regarding the mosque and all the allegations that are being made?
The Muslim Welfare Committee, it itself come forward. They accepted that structure which they had constructed without obtaining any permission from the MC and town and country planning department. They are ready to demolish it. It is a big thing. It is a Muslim society came forward on its own, claiming that we just want to maintain the peace and harmony in the Shimla, and we don't want that this situation escalate further. So now they are ready to demolish it, and they have submitted a written submission before the Municipal Corporation Commissioner.
And Saurabh, what is the current situation in Shimla?
Niharika, first of all, leaders of across the party line, they came together, including Chief Minister Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu and senior leaders of the main opposition party, BJP. They are agree on the fact that the people should maintain peace and don't indulge in any violence over this incident. Himachal Pradesh CM Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu, he held a all-party meet where a decision was taken by all the participants that a stick vendor registration policy will be formed in the Himachal Pradesh for the registration and the character verification of the people who are coming from other states to Himachal to learn their livelihood. Second, now the situation is very under control. Aspect of yesterday's Himachal Bandh call by the VHP in all the markets for at least 2 hours. There was a mix-up response, but people are expecting now the matter has been sorted out, as the Muslim side, they have offered to demolish the illegal structure. So there is no chance to escalate the further situation at now.
And in the end, we talk about Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's resignation. 3 days after he walked out of the jail following the Supreme Court granting him bail in the alleged excise policy scam, Arvind Kejriwal yesterday announced that he was going to resign as the Chief Minister in the next 2 days and demanded assembly polls to be held in November along with Maharashtra. In an address to the party workers at the Aam Aadmi Party headquarters, Kejriwal said that he would sit on the CM's chair again only after people give him a certificate of honesty. Kejriwal, who along with former Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia and other AAP leaders was arrested in connection with the alleged liquor policy scam, said his party was the only one that could stand up to the BJP.
मैं दिल्ली की जनता से पूछना चाहता हूं, मैं देश की जनता से पूछना चाहता हूं कि क्या केजरीवाल ईमानदार है कि गुनहगार है। दोस्तों, 2 दिन के बाद, आज से 2 दिन के बाद मैं सीएम की कुर्सी से इस्तीफा देने जा रहा हूं। और मैं तब तक सीएम की कुर्सी पे नहीं बैठूंगा जब तक जनता अपना फैसला ना सुना दे। मैं जनता के बीच में जाऊंगा, गली गली में जाऊंगा, घर घर में जाऊंगा, और जब तक जनता अपना फैसला ना सुना दे कि केजरीवाल ईमानदार है, तब तक मैं सीएम की कुर्सी के ऊपर नहीं बैठूंगा।
Kejriwal added that the Supreme Court also suggested that in his case he could run the government from the jail and that he did not resign even after being arrested because he respected democracy and the constitution was supreme for him.
मैं जेल में गया, अभी 10 दिन पहले सुप्रीम कोर्ट की एक बेंच ने पूछा सरकार से कि जेल के अंदर से सरकार क्यों नहीं चल सकती। बड़ा आप लोगों ने अखबार में, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने पूछा है केंद्र सरकार से कि जेल के अंदर से सरकार क्यों नहीं चल सकती, तो जेल के अंदर से सरकार साबित कर दिया हमने। अब मैं देश के सारे नॉन बीजेपी मुख्यमंत्रियों से हाथ जोड़ के विनती करना चाहता हूं, अब अगर प्रधानमंत्री जी हिम्मत करें आप पे फर्जी केस करके आपको जेल में डालें, इस्तीफा मत देना, किसी हालत में इस्तीफा मत देना। जेल से सरकार चलाना हम सबको मिलके, ऐसा नहीं कि हम पद के लालची हैं, ऐसा नहीं कि मुख्यमंत्री पद हमारे लिए महत्वपूर्ण है, इसलिए क्योंकि हमारे
Kejriwal invoked the British Raj several times, including to slam Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena for not heeding to his request to let AAP leader and Delhi Minister Atishi hoist the tricolour on the Independence Day in his absence. He mentioned that while freedom fighters were allowed meetings with their colleagues, his colleague Sandeep Pathak was not allowed to meet him in the jail. Close on the heels of his party's war of words with the BJP over the Delhi government's work in the slums, Kejriwal, in a bid to stress that he was not power-hungry, emphasized that he cared for the people and not the BJP. Referring to his 2014 resignation, the CM said that he had quit for his ideals and did not have a lust for power. Asking people of Delhi to come out in strength, jumke and vote, Kejriwal constantly invoked his government's work in setting up schools and said that he himself had lived in slums before he forayed into politics and knew how the poor live. You were listening to 3 Things by the Indian Express. Today's show was edited and mixed by Suresh Pawar and produced by me, Niharika Nanda. If you like the show, then do subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also recommend the show to someone you think will like it. Share it with a friend or someone in your family. It's the best way for people to get to know about us. You can also tweet us at Express Audio and write to us at podcasts@indianexpress.com.